Hello and welcome to Top of the World. If it's your first time, I'm Simon and I've got a cracking video for you today. I'm in the middle of a very important job. You don't get too many important jobs. You don't get too many jobs at all. This time of year, where I am, and I made a mistake. Why did I make a mistake? I knew there was a potential. The potential come and bit me in the backside. And now I've got a problem to solve. It's not the first time I've done this. I didn't think I was going to be having to take these off in a while, because these are just new a few years ago. Prior to that, I'd have them off several times a winter. Minus 22, minus 25, minus 28, get puncture. The original tyres, they were dry cracked, and the rope inside it'd come out of the line and it would wear through the inner tube. That's not the case now because these are new. The inner tube's not, but the tyres are. So I've got to take it off. Okay, let me show you. Look at that. A nail. Did it come from my yard? Did it come from any of my roads? No. No, absolutely it did not. Did it come from somewhere where I am doing a large snow clearing job where it's likely that I could have picked up a nail, a screw, a bit? Yes. Is it a no-go zone for me? Yes. Have I got to go there to clear the snow? Yes. Have I got a puncture? Yeah. I'm just hoping it's a clean puncture and it hasn't ripped or perforated the inner tube. So am I going to get this huge tyre off of here? Well, I'll show you. I've got some bits of wood there. I've got a selection of different bars there. And I've got some pliers. The other thing's worth noting, I don't even know if it's going to start because I couldn't get it into its shed last night. So I've got to start it up. I've got to lift the bucket up, block it with wood, and then lower it back down so it lifts this wheel straight up off the ground. First thing I've got to do is take this ruddy great snow chain off. And then the next job, because the inner tube's already flat, the inner slang, is to break the bead on the tyre, which I've always had to do with a sledgehammer. And it's just almost impossible. I got an idea. I was stood right here this morning having my cup of coffee while my Casper did his early morning business. And I had a revelation of how to break the bead easily without me having to spend 20 minutes, half hour with a sledgehammer. I can't swing because I've got a lame shoulder because I've been swinging a chainsaw for the last month. No, I've got a better idea and you're going to love this one. seeing anything other than that one nail. Unlucky, I guess. I'm just hoping it hasn't perforated. There we go. Just that one nail. So the nightmare scenario has always been breaking the beads. And how I've had to do it is just continuously pound it with a sledgehammer and try and leave it. And so first thing this morning when I had my revelation, I'm stood right here and I'm like, well, how do I break the bead? Because what I've always really needed is a hydraulic bead breaker. What's that noise? Hydraulic bead breaker. I have another tractor. And on the back of that tractor is a trailer. And attached to that trailer is a crane. And on the end of that crane is a hydraulic bead breaker. Obviously. My idea was good. It just ain't got enough. You know, as much of a lifesaver as all this equipment is, I've been quite underwhelmed by the power of this hydraulic system on here. I don't know if it's the pump on the tractor. I don't know, I'm just quite underwhelmed by the power. Anyway, it ain't got quite enough. So it's going to assist in as far as I haven't got to beat the living daylights out of this with a sledgehammer and use wedges. I can still squeeze. But I'm going to have to go back to the old way of doing it, and that's by breaking the bead slowly and pushing it in until it pops off, which is a bit of an arduous task. I've been at this 3 hours now. It's I started at 7. 700 hours. It's around 1000 hours now. So anyway, it's not just going to pop it off the bead. It's a good idea, but so we're going to have to go around and push it and wedge it and until it does pop off, and use some lubricant, and yeah, it's going to stop the hammering, which is going to ease my back and my shoulder. I don't want to keep going on about it. I'm this time of year I suffer a lot of injuries. It's just, you know, the nature of the game. Right. that took a while. Okay, now I've got to get the tyre off the rim without pinching the inner tube. Oh yeah, I can even see it. Just a single hole. Well, I was down 4 hours to get that out. Ridiculous, hard work. Alright, let's take this inside, positively identify the hole, maybe the more than one, and then fix it. Right, let's identify, well, that's the only hole, so it's dish fluid, washing up liquid, fluid, water, bubbles, you know. Should be here. That's the big one, and there's a second one there. So that's the big one there. And there's a second one there. Okay, so we have to cover both surfaces with glue, leave them 3 minutes and put them together. Okay, 3 minutes later, take my patch, we're going to have a cup of coffee. We'll come back, we'll apply a bit of heat to that. In fact, I could apply a bit of heat to that straight away, just to help it start curing. Real gentle. Okay, we'll come back to that. Right, it's been 2 hours since I put the patch on. 2 hours is way too early to try and inflate this, but I'm running out of time, running out of daylight. I've got to get it in, so we're going to start by putting the inner tube back in. Okay. That's the inner tube actually in there. Is it twisted? Do you know, it's really hard to say. And at this point you would apply a little bit of air and you would... Is it too early to apply air to that inner tube? Yeah, I think so. I don't want to apply air too early to it. Okay. Am I happy I can put the tyre on now? Yeah, I think so. That's a bit. There we go. Tyre on. Come on. I can hear air. Stop scratching. Now, it's not coming out of the valve. So that's one of two things. Three things. There was a whole lot I missed. I've put too much air in it too soon, the pads has come off, or it's squeezing the air between the tyre and the inner tube out of that hole. And that's the one I'm going to go for, because the bead's not sealed yet, although it is pushed up against it. There's virtually no pressure in that. So before that bead pops on, I'm going to go and take coffee and see if that air squeezes out, because I think it's the air that's already in the tyre. I'm open. I need to get it in there on the big compressor to put the final pressure in it. Oh, yeah. Well, that's that. That's at the pressure. It's the end of the day now. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get anything done today, but we can start tomorrow, which is Sunday, and crack on with the job we was doing, and hopefully we don't find any more nails. Thank you all for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, consider it. Don't cost you nothing. Really helps me out. Thank you very much. We'll catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.